Okay, one last case in my all-day marathon. How tough could it be? Your actions endangered our commune, Zubiri. I am sorry, but we have to isolate you. Just putting him in a pit. Damn. So the priest's son is being punished for actions of everyone else being shitty, and he's just been sincere this whole time, of course. You know, they just throw him in a pit. That's sad. The less than amicable departure of two explorers. I just noticed that the text should have opened on the bottom of the screen when you're going in. Alright. So it gets thrown in the sad hole. What's that? A damaged stone pillar. Stone pillar. The insides of the stone pillar have very particular makeup there. What you call here is weathering, for those that don't know. The fact that the outside is all like this dull, strange color, but the inside is like crystals or whatever. Like it's a very different, it reveals a very different rock composition. A lot of elements, but particularly like chemical leaching and just water in general, rust, the ability for water to dissolve things or just mix in. It's mostly water stuff. It's like mixing in chemicals, leaching chemicals out of the surface of the rock, introducing chemicals to it, erosion in general, a bunch of things like that. There's a lot of weathering forces that make it hard to identify rocks from the outside, which is why rocks as a concept look relatively homogeneous. And that's why geologists carry around a rock hammer, because really the best way to identify what a mineral is to break it open with your hammer and see what actually looks on the inside. Not like a geode, usually. I mean, geodes exist, but you're not usually talking about a geode. You're just usually talking about like, hey, if I crack this thing open, I can see what its surface would look like normally without it having been exposed to the elements for tens or hundreds or thousands of years and so on, and how that makes everything unrecognizable and gray and brown and rusty and so on. It's very useful to be able to break something open and see what's actually going on inside. This goes back to the surface. Okay. So somebody fell down here with some kind of thing. A flag? Or a bow? And looks like a bow and a quiver, kind of like that could be those could be arrows or some kind of supplies. Looks like outsiders have arrived. This pose is very funny. This pose right here is very funny. Both of them look very funny. What are their expressions? Yeah, look at my butt. She's always like this. I don't know if that's what their intention was. Also, these don't even look like the locals anymore. Are we still on the same island? These people don't. These are like mostly different people, except for the part where their clothes the same. Oh, that guy's recognizable. Oberon, what the blazes is going on here? You have more powers than mind reading? Coins and gems. January 5th, 1742. Both parties agree to these terms, weird double space, for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley, these are the main game names, aren't they? I think these are the people from the beginning of the game, the main story. So this was all a prequel that led to how the Golden Idol reached like English society. Was it England? I forget. And then led to the whole main story happening. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. So this person knew the golden idol existed, didn't they? They're like, hey, I'm gonna take any golden statues we find. I have a map. He knew that the golden idol existed and he was coming here just for the golden idol, and everything else was like, yeah, sure, we'll come up with some kind of split that is appealing to you, because if they're appealing to you, then you'll agree. So that's Oberon Geller. I don't think they want me to identify anyone's face. The previous 6 people are all still here. Even the guy who's dead. Are we gonna need his name? A long time ago, after the arrival of the ship, and then in the tunnel. Holy fucking shit. That is a lot of words. Nagara Bringad, Tegana Bringad, Tegana Tresno. Is some of that the chant you do at the guy? The douchebag with the idol? Okay. Big on gems and tobacco. Pipe. All that stuff. Okay. Ha! It works. It is amazing. Do not dare follow us unless you want to witness more of my deadly powers. Albert, we are leaving. More gems and coins. So those are all the ones that they took here because these people have tons of gems and don't even care about them. There's the fucking golden idol, and it's set to... That's not quite the murder mode. One of the settings is wrong. Did he like cause an explosion? January 5th, 1742. Both parties agreed to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Island. It's the same note again, because it's an agreement, so they both have a copy of the contract. A surgical kit. Yep, he's the doctor, and he's got a pistol. Yep, these are the guys from the main game. A destroyed stone bridge. Oh, it's you. The leader of the women. Zubiri, he would have killed me if it were not for you. I will forever be in your debt. Well, I guess Zubiri is doing all right now. I may have paid dearly for that decision. What I have given him is the most dangerous device I know of. Oh, he has somebody else's debt. Somebody's indebted to him. How dare you lay your hands on one of us? If I find you, I will kill you and take back what you stole. I wonder if he's the father of Sahalia, because they're the only blonde characters, really. So you managed to blow up the bridge. I don't even remember that being one of the powers, but maybe it is. And these are all recognizable characters. They just aren't that recognizable in their drawing style. Why does his hair look so long in this sprite? Like, he looks like this here still. Yeah, it does not look like the same people. And his hair is like really long here, but really short here. Like, that's just... It's weird. We have a metal arm, it looks like. Was there like an some kind of statue? Effigy thing? Oh, that's you, okay. Get back. They may still attack us. Let them leave. The most important thing is that nobody was hurt. We will deal with Lavu later. Lavu, what'd you do? No, stop him. You have no idea what you have done. I would have dealt with them. You could have continued to preserve our way of life with me as your protector. Same combination as always on the necklace, which we now know it's a combo. Lavu's indebted to Zubiri. I think they match. Yeah. So he has her cube. Geller, you have no honor. We saved your life, and this is how you repay us? May those stolen riches be the ruin of you. Obtain just kind of came in here with riches without showing up. Stolen riches. So it seems that these two have pretty earnestly assimilated and are just like, yeah, we live here now. We'll just do whatever, just however things work here. We'll just go along with that. And then these guys show up and just are assholes. Okay, so this is like every known character in one location immediately. So what's happening everywhere else? Also, which time am I in? Ah, we're in the future. To prevent further confusion, I'll go back to the past and do this chronologically again, as best as I can. There's the golden idol again. Once again sent to giving him infinite life. Probably because he just hasn't used it since, because that's just where it was before. Here's Zubiri in the hole. Just say these words in the correct order loud and clear. They are special commands in Old Lemurian that will grant you control of that entity so you can direct it to destroy itself. No longer will your village be hostage to this dark creature. And then here he is with her cube already. How did he get it? What did he do to gain her debt? Maybe just giving the words is why? Maybe she gave her the cube in exchange for his words right now. February 17th, 1741, is day 37 on the island. Who could have killed Tissa? It cannot have been the automaton, it does not move. I hope someone lets me out of here soon. It is very dull in this cell, but at least Jayan visits me regularly. February 18th, is day 38 on the island. Jayan has told me that Oberon Geller has arrived on the island. How did he find out that this place is linked to the myth of the Fountain of Youth? That man has no morals. I fear what will happen were he to get his hands on the golden idol. Okay, so you already know about the golden idol, even though you've never seen it. They know that much already. Thank you, Zoberia. I have made note of these incantations. This old language is strange to me, but hopefully the council will agree to let you out of prison. There's the cube. So maybe that's when she gave it to him. Code to initialize override. Biprom. It should tilt its head. Command to destroy it. Terry Tresno Terry Nip. I don't have these words anyway, and also this is just something else completely. Tegana Tresno. Terry Tresno Terry Nip. Biprom is just not wearing there. Shedding Biprom over and over again just sounds like you're casting a spell in Eternal Darkness. That game drove me insane. It's a cool game, it's just the spellcasting system is so time-consuming and costly, and there's a huge cast time, but the spells have limited buff durations, and you have a mana bar that's being depleted in the process, and it feels like you should be casting the spell to make your spell stronger, and the spell to give you a shield, and trying to prepare for a fight just so you can do an attack finally. It just led to like systems where I'm like, I don't really want to do a spellcaster versus spellcaster fight. I'm sure I was doing them wrong somehow, but they were exhausting. I read that. That's the hole they keep him in. This guy's still just hanging. This place is still here. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll get to you in a second. Combo still says the same things. And now we know that she's the one that has access to this place. Old Lemurian. Bai, Bip, Bol, Boli, Ket. Okay, these are numbers. So Bai is 1. Is Prom a number? For bigger numbers, just multiply Bejour. So we know the words. There are now words for the numbers we learned. For example, Bip Bejour is 24. Right, because they have a numbering system that goes to 12. So Bip Bejour is how you get 24. Okay. Do. There's a lot of the words. Essential verbs: Nagana, Tegana, Prom, Terry. So Biprom is one stop. Okay. So Nagana is take, Tegana is give, Prom destroy, Terry destroy. Oh, sorry. Prom stop, Terry destroy. Tresno is tool, so destroy tool. Destroy tool, destroy self. Was it Terry Tresno Terry Nip? Was that what it said? Hora is heat, God is lifespan, Bryn is matter, Apol is mind. Wait, couldn't they astral project or something? He must have used heat to blow the bridge up or something like that. I have discovered an intact universal transfer device in the destroyed city of Xenopolis after the cleansing. However, the device is out of reach. I can operate it remotely. The ancient automaton has retained acute hearing. Our ancestors have been very cunning and implemented a number of restrictions. The automaton aims the device only at the one who issues the vocal instructions. It does not respond to commands given by a target below the average of 15. So children can't activate it. So this entire time, the figure in the tower was an automaton. Okay. So, and the teacher knew this, or at least knows this. He's doing the whole thing about preserving the old ways and stuff like that. But she knows that the tower isn't even... The tower dweller's not real. It's an automaton wielding the golden idol. Which raises the question of who it's giving the extended life to? Was she using that? And children cannot be attacked by it, which is neat. Nagana Bringad. Nagana. Take. Matter. Lifespan. Take. Tegana. Lifespan. I need to sort the shit. Matter. Give. Tegana. Makes sense because it's the opposite of the other one. They sound like similar words. Give. Give. Oh, matter lifespan. But give matter lifespan. That's how that's a give and take of. That's the vampirism. Oh my god. We're talking too much today, apparently. Tegana Tresno, give tool. While in the tower, the blah blah could blah only the blah of the blah blah. Target only the person the person who gives commands. Only the hostage? No. While in the tower, the golden idol could target only the body of the command. Oh. Definitely like misinterpreting part of this or don't have the right words for it. So I thought I could just basically write what I just found onto that thing, but it doesn't really come together that way. Stop meddling. Only a new sentinel can keep me at bay. She's just been actively manipulating things. There's a guy over here. What are you doing over here? See? This is your picture. Mind reading is just one of the many magical powers that I possess. Your so-called tower dweller will have no chance against me and my compatriot. He's just trying to be he's just trying to use tricks on these people to convince them that he's amazing. Picture of a flower. So he's literally doing like a, is this your card? In order to trick people into thinking he has magic. And they fell for that. Just cruel. This is a miracle, how could you know? Yeah, no, they're literally doing is this your card as a parlor trick to act like they have magic. A rock for a hem is a rock well spent. What? A rock for a hem is a rock well spent. Piece of rope, knife, cube. So he's just chill. He's fine, just being a dude. You are a powerful magician. Perhaps you can indeed stand against Tower Dweller. We desperately need help. It stripped the flesh from our last sentinel. We will show you the way. At this point, I think it's worth trying. This man appears to possess strange powers. What do you think of these foreign visitors, Kula? Can we trust them? I don't think you can, actually. I think that's a bad idea. I cannot understand what you are saying. Your voice and your words are strange. Speak like a normal person. That's a rude thing to say to someone. The good and bad questions. Good. Can I help you? Bad. How does this work? It can be dangerous to be too curious. Oh, fuck you. Bad. How old are you? Each villager is born under a different star, which counts a lifespan that can be shorter or longer. It is rude to ask an adult how old they are. Huh? This feels like a way of hiding the fact that people's ages change when they get drained by the idol. Like you're trying to hide that. I do not like this thing. I don't like this form. Okay. Speak like a normal person. This is just this child reacting to the fact that this person isn't from their village, so they don't speak the same language. Ah, he is reading minds again. He did that to me on the ship and it gave me the creeps. No man should have the power to peer into another man's head. Play ball. Container of black powder. Dagger. Small ruby. A pipe. Pouch. Tobacco. Coil of rope. They really define these people as having so many belongings, which contrasts them with everyone that they're visiting who has... They just don't even keep things on them, for the most part. They just have their promise cube, basically. So he's here to just to back up a story and make it sound like he can read people's minds by acting like this is a crazy trick. Hey stranger, what is that powder? Can I have some of it? Hey, will you be joining the villagers like the previous newcomers? And that's all the words. But the powder is just tobacco, I think? No. The black powder is separate from his tobacco. Looks like a bomb? Yeah, it looks like he's crafting a bomb. It's not encouraging. Alrighty, mystery solving on hard mode. I'm in the middle of this thing, and then I get a 30-minute interrupting phone call, and now I need to pick up the pieces again of what I was trying to do here. Alright, well, I think we're not done exploring yet still. Yeah. Actually, maybe... I think we finished the past. Okay, let's check out the future. We were forcibly sent to the cave up front, so I've seen this stuff. Yeah, there's the automaton. Nagana Bringad Bol Bazaar. Nagana Bringad Bol Bazaar. Byprom Tegana Tresno. So all along, people weren't like appeasing the automaton or anything like, or appeasing the dweller. They were specifically they were activating the automaton. They were giving it voice commands to kill them, which is upsetting. But they were literally just walking up to a machine and giving it and telling it to do what it needed to do to kill them. It was literally never going to escape the tower and attack people. That wasn't possible. Which means that even my idea of what would happen in that guy's original plan wasn't applicable. He couldn't kill the tower dweller and then put his body in his bed because there was no body. He could still steal the idol actually really easily because there's not even a person there. It's just a statue holding it, an automaton. Byprom Takana Tresno. I think and that's what they were told to do, which is basically like stop, blow yourself up or whatever. I forget. they basically disarmed it. The fact that it wasn't even a real person is funny. It's not even like a matter of like, it's not a real monster, like we knew that, but I thought it was a person that's just like, haha, yes, I will benefit from these people and become immortal as they keep sacrificing themselves to me. In which case that guy, they would be genuinely appeasing a kind of a god, because the asshole with the idol might just come out of the tower and just pick his own targets if they don't give him enough sacrifices. The thing that made it less believable was just the idea that, like, why are they living in this shitty tower? Because the tower doesn't really feel like a home. The way that you see it, it doesn't, like, maybe it's a really tall tower with tons of rooms and he's having a great time in there or something, but it also didn't seem like their form of worship and appeasement didn't seem to involve, like, giving him anything, like food or anything that he would want. Just life, which doesn't seem like it works if people aren't eating. So there was gaps to poke at, to figure out what's going on here. But they didn't need to question that because they thought it was just like some kind of creature deity thing, not a human. But as somebody who thought he was a human, I had some things I should have questioned a bit more. But nope, it was just an automaton. I don't know how they have an automaton in the setting, but okay. Okay, so somebody helped him out and he escaped at some point. Which isn't that surprising. So not much. So most of the stories in the past, modern day, is just he got the golden idol and he blew this place up. So what does the story want from me? A long time ago, after the arrival of the ship, and then in the tunnel. And then where are all the clues for all this stuff? This is terrifyingly involved, and we're out of stuff to investigate really quickly. The arrival of the ship. In the tunnel. In the tunnel scary because it doesn't even give me a timing. Going left to right, it implies it's the newest events, but I'm not sure. A long time ago, I think, might be the creation of the religion. Blah, 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 the blah, blah. It could be used only with a blah, blah, and it could blah, only the blah of the... Fuck me. Ah. The fact that on top of everything else, I have to try to interpret when this story is being told and what it's even about, just so I can even figure out what the grammar is and what the sentences are. This is like a farce. This is like a comedy at this point. What the fuck am I looking at? Therefore, blah blah created the blah of blah blah. So for centuries, the blah would give the blah 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 and... Oh my god! Okay, while in the tower, the golden idol could target only the blah blah. It is yellow. Did I gain automaton buttons? Could target only the speaker of the voice command. Okay, there we go. Bridge, command, foreign, golden, riches, pillar. I don't think the automaton is in here. It probably is golden idol. Okay. Huh. That cleans things up a bit, although them removing the letters to, when you lock them in can be a little confusing just because these words can still apply up there. Known information is just everybody's names, so we can ignore that for now. Except for when I want people's names. Oh man, a long time ago, somebody obtained the golden idol. It could be used only with it's probably golden idol. Obtained or found? Obtained and found are all basically the same word, but okay. Let's say Lavu Mata, because they're the person who... Lavu Mata is the person who made this religion, or has been upkeeping it at least. These three on the left are new here, so it couldn't have been them. And it seemed like nobody else knew the secret, and they thought the sacrifices were real. The Tower Dweller's not an agency, not a character with agency. And Albert Cloudsley and Geller Oberon just got here. Oberon Geller. So I don't think it did there. It'd only be used with a blah blah, and it could... kill only the... Could only be used with the voice command, and it could kill only the speaker of the voice command. It could kill only the speaker of the voice command. It's kind of redundant what's here, so it's probably not right, but at least I'm making sentences, and I can think about how to fix them. Therefore, blah blah created the tower? No, tower's red. Pillar of tower dweller. I don't know, man. I'm trying to at least make sentences so I can do better there. Therefore, Lavu Mata. Oopsie, I'm mixing up these controls a lot. Lavu Mata created the pillar of the tower dweller so that for centuries the villagers would give the. It's in quotes. It's not that clever that she has a necklace that just has numbers on it for a combination if people know what the numbers mean. Let's go back to the most lore-heavy location. Yeah. I've discovered an intact universal transfer device of the destroyed city of Xenopolis after the cleansing. However, the device is out of reach. I can operate it remotely. The ancient automaton has retained acute hearing. Our ancestors have been very cunning and implemented a number of restrictions. The automaton aims the device only at the one who issues the vocal instructions. It does not respond to the commands by target given below the age of 15. Our ancestors. So it sounds like she discovered it. Not the critter, the bridge. The bridge of the tower dweller, I guess. Because she discovered that the automaton already existed with the golden idol. She didn't build the golden idol automaton or the tower itself. She made the bridge. There were centuries that would give the... Take, give, target... Take, matter, lifespan, command. Okay. And Lavu Mata would steal their lifespan for herself. We're so close. Okay, that's good news. Something very small is wrong. So Lavu Mata found the golden idol. It could only be used with... It could be used only with a voice command, and it could kill the speaker of the... And it could kill only the speaker of the voice command. Therefore, Lavu Mata created the bridge of the tower dweller. So for centuries, the villagers would give take, matter, lifespan command, and Lavu Mata would steal their lifespan for themselves. So Lavu Mata is probably not wrong, because it doesn't seem like any other name would be mixed in, and the name is two things. So if it was wrong, it would be the entire thing that's wrong, and only one of them would be. And I don't know which one I'd remove. You can only target the speaker of the command. Okay, that didn't change the outcome. So either this word is wrong. Take, give, target. Because target was a leftover blue from elsewhere on the screen. Maybe something else is wrong. Give, matter, lifespan. The bridge. Golden Idol speaker. The myth of the tower dweller. Let's go back to take matter lifespan. There we go. It was the myth, not the bridge. I mean, technically they made the bridge, I think. But maybe not actually. Maybe it was there already. But yeah, myth. That's what I need to go for. All right, I was on the right page immediately. I just had to figure out the kinks there a little bit. After the arrival of the ship, the blah blah went to the tower and blah blah and rewarded with blah. Jesus Christ. The blah went to the tower. Who went to the tower? However, prior to that, blah blah had used the blah blah and had... Oh man. Blah blah released from the blah and they followed the blah celebrating blah. Okay. The blah blah went to the tower and blah. Okay, so at this stage of things, the tower is still here. He's still here. But this isn't a celebration, it's just like a gathering of people curious about the newcomers. A rock for a hem is a rock well spent. What the fuck this line is. Is this a clue? You have a piece of rope. So they were losing track, they were losing control of things, and these people were ready to start revolting. Which is the opposite of what the teacher wanted when she killed the previous sentinel. There's always an uncanniness to the drawings here, but oh my god, they're sprites sometimes. Like the way that he's like, top half of his head sticks out a pixel more than the bottom half of his head, so he looks like he's like a little corpse creature. His face is really unnerving. This guy's hair has never matched his sprite ever again. It just, at some point the hair got cut on the drawing of the little sprites wandering around. Yeah, the keep the oaths message went away. So we know how to write, we know how to do big numbers, but do I have a big number to translate anywhere? The age of 15. Does that come up anywhere? Why does the automaton move so much? It just seems wasteful for whatever its energy is. Biprom, Terry, trust no Terry nip. The whole so he got desperate to act because he found out that the shitty people around the island and like they're gonna do horrible things to this civilization, and that's why he's like, we have to act now. Here's the weird shit I know about the golden idol shit. Hope it works out. There's the rope. The rope. Okay, that's a thing we can try to say. So Jayan broke Zabani, is that his name? Zabiri. Jayan broke Zabiri out with a rope. Okay. blah 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 went to the tower and blah rewarded with the however prior to that blah 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 blah. That's a command, right? It's give tool, I guess, because only 2 words. Somebody used give tool and had the blah 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 release blah 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 and they followed blah 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 blah. Released. Okay, so Jayan Ji released Jubiri Kara. I guess that the boat that arrived, the boat that we saw at the end of last chapter must have been these guys arriving, foreshadowing this chapter, and it was not the boat from the previous chapter being repaired in any way or escaping. It was facing away from us, so I thought it was leaving. Pretty sure it was facing away from us. They followed the blah celebrating blah. The villagers? The villagers celebrating, and they released blah 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 from the cell, and they followed the celebrating villagers in the prison. Sionji released, so yeah, the arrival of the ship is the arrival of the ship that just got here with the 2 new assholes on it, not the ship that we crashed in. Got it. See, there's a lot of language you have to fucking parse here just to tell what the hell you're talking about. This next page is mostly blanks. Ah, okay. We'll get there. It's fine. So this is all stuff that's new, things that have happened since the last missions. We're not talking about anything that happened in the past. The blah blah went to the tower. The they went to the tower and blah. To give tool command and had obtained the golden idol. Blah blah had to use the command to obtain the golden idol. So that's gotta be Lavumata, who was given the commands by Zubiri Kara. This weird little thing is just such a weird little prompt that it feels almost invisible, so I'm trying to hit a toggle, even though I know that it's also the way you close the whole screen. I keep wanting to toggle the different settings with this big switch. The blah blah went to the tower and blah. I think it's gonna be the visitors. And rewarded with... riches? They killed the tower dweller. The blah visitors went to the tower and killed the tower dweller and were rewarded with riches. However, prior to that, Lavu Mata had used the give tool command and had obtained the golden idol. So they went to obliterate, they went to stop the tower dweller for reward. And reward with riches. This makes sense to me. But Lavu Mata already had the idol, so they didn't get it that way. What do I put in front of visitors, though? Prison, riches, stone, visitors, foreign visitors. Ah! The foreign visitors went to the tower and kill the tower dweller. So close. Destroyed? It's just because it's an automaton, so you can't kill it. That's the hair they're splitting. Okay. Whew! We got there. There are sirens approaching. Happy fire truck day. That's not a thing. The foreign visitors went to the tower and destroyed the tower dweller and were rewarded with riches. However, prior to that, Lavu Mata had used the give tool command and had obtained the golden idol. Jianji released Zubira Kara from the prison and they followed the celebrating villagers. Okay. That explains the rope. That explains his weird little, like, bird in the bush is worth two in the saying. And his rope that he had, which shows up in the next screen, is how he got out of the hole. And we know that... We already knew that Lavumata had the idol at some point, because he gives her the commands to take care of it. I guess Lavumata knew about the automaton and knew all the secrets here, but didn't actually know the voice commands necessarily and how to run things, and needed help from Zubira and how to actually do it. Alright, here's where things get messy. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Alright, so we're all around here, and there's a tunnel. I guess it's the Ancestors' Tunnel? This in the storybook, or the story pages at least, the page called Ancestors showed them going in this tunnel. I think it might be the same tunnel that just leads to the outside where the beach is and the boat was. Like, we're just familiar with that, I think. Don't know what these are. That looks like just more moss from up there. Some kind of satchel or something broke. They came into here. This pillar got damaged down here. But then they climb up here. They're being pursued. Somebody had the automaton arm, apparently. They've got weird branches with leaves on them? I guess it was the celebration, right? Everyone's wearing leis, so I guess they were just celebrating. This must be where they found her. I think that she confronted them. She says, "You have no idea what you've done. I would have dealt with them." I think she was trying to kill them with the golden idol, the visitors. There's the gems they got. And then something went wrong, and instead of killing them, she got stopped by somebody else maybe, or they got the golden idol, and here they blew up the bridge to get away. To stop them from getting the golden idol. This is just a whole ass thing. Geller, you have no honor. We saved your life, and this is how you repay us. May those stolen riches be the ruin of you. We saved your life, and this is how you repay us. When did that happen? Was that the last chapter? Did you get his life saved in the previous DLC? Because I played it 2 years ago. That doesn't seem super important to us solving what's right in front of us, probably. In the tunnel, blah blah, use the golden idol, and blah blah. Yeah, it's probably the golden idol. It just came out naturally. I'm gonna say Lavumata used the golden idol on the foreign visitors to try to kill the foreign visitors. Okay, maybe it might be cave bridge or something for this part. Stone pillar. No. Put it in the wrong line. Lavumata used the golden idol on the stone pillar to kill the foreign visitors. That would explain why there's a damaged pillar downstairs. But then blah blah disarmed Lavumata. It's probably the person currently holding them, which is Jianji. That's the part about saving their lives. They just saved their lives just now from Lavumata. Jianji disarmed Lavumata, and the person who currently has it, which is the doctor, Albert relieving. So that's Oberon Gellen. Oberon Geller. I think his first name's Oberon. Aren't you calling him Oberon? Yeah. And Oberon Geller took the golden idol. Okay, they're actually making progress here. This might not be that bad. Suddenly, blah blah took blah blah as a hostage. Okay. Well, Lavumata as a hostage. So Jianji. This doesn't... I feel like something's gonna be wrong here. Maybe earlier on. Maybe Jianji didn't disarm him. In fact, I think Zubiri Kara disarmed her. Because Zubiri Kara knows the commands. So Zubiri Kara said the voice commands, disabled Lavumata, that makes sense. Then Geller took the golden idol. Jianji took Lavumata as a hostage. Blah blah surrendered, and the blah 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 and blah blah fuck. What are we talking about here, man? So somebody else had the golden idol, right? Zubiri, he would have killed me if not for you. I will forever be in your debt. I may have paid dearly for that decision. What I have given is the most dangerous device I know of. Okay, so you were the hostage. Kula Stirna. Kula Stirna as a hostage. Between the two of you, it's Oberon that has a gun, so it would have to be Oberon that took them hostage. I'm getting there. Throwing me off that Oberon's on a separate page. Oberon Geller. Oberon Geller took Kula Stirna as a hostage, so that means back here, Zubiri Kara took disarmed Lavumata, and then Zubiri Kara took the golden idol. They need to have the golden idol so that they can then give Oberon Geller the golden idol in exchange for Kula Stirna being a sudden hostage. Blah blah surrendered. Zubiri Kara surrendered. Zubiri Kara surrendered the golden idol. Okay. The repeating words make this way easier. Surrendered the golden idol, and then blah blah took, destroyed the stone bridge. Grammar only really fits destroyed. Oberon Geller. Did I do it? Oh, it's so close. Okay, that's good. That's good news that it's close. Lavumata used the golden idol on the stone pillar to try to kill the foreign visitors. Zubiri Kara disarmed Lavumata, and Zubiri Kara took the golden idol. Suddenly, Oberon Geller took Kula Stirna as a hostage. Zubiri Kara surrendered the golden idol, and Oberon Geller destroyed the stone bridge and left. Albert Cloudsley never comes up. I don't know what he did, though. You have more powers than mind reading? Oh, he thinks the card trick's real, too. He's also stupid. Got it. He doesn't really seem to know what's going on, so I don't think he's really has any plans. He's just here to be the guy who ends up with a golden idol at the beginning of the main game and then also die. So here I thought she got saved from this explosion, but actually she got saved from being held at gunpoint, probably. Then he blew up the bridge just to create the gap. How dare you lay your hands on one of us? If I find you, I will kill you and take back what you stole. Get back, they may still attack us. Just let them leave. The more important thing is that nobody was hurt. We will deal with Lavu later. Yeah, overall, the people here got off alright. You put an end to the fucked up ritual sacrifice that she seemed to think was good for them or whatever, but is stupid. And then nobody even got murdered by the evil colonial type people. And then they just created a legacy of nightmares and ruin. I mean, the idol getting out into the normal world, the rest of the world, creates a billion problems. But these people were not massacred in the process. So that's all right. That's like a decent outcome for them. Honestly, like not much happened to them in this process of stealing the idol, an object that they didn't even know existed and didn't own anyway. They still get to celebrate that the evil god is dead, because it is. And now the idol's gone, so nobody can reinstate it. So for them, it's a decent outcome. Just a bit of a scare. Unless I'm forgetting something that happened later that we might know of. God, what am I missing? I'm so close. I've made a really fast progress through most of this process. Lavumata used the golden idol on the stone pillar to try and kill the foreign. She says she was going to kill them. Zubiri Kara disarmed Lavumata, and Zubiri Kara took the golden idol. Suddenly, Oberon Geller took Colasterna as hostage. That is Colasterna, right? Colasterna. Here's the thing to check. Is it 1 or 2 words that are wrong? That would help. Let's put Geller here. Okay, 2 words are currently wrong. Because I turned her name into Gellersterna, which means that we went to the threshold from two or fewer to not 2 or fewer. So that means that it became 3. So it's currently 2. So it's probably a name. Not necessarily. Oh God, yeah. Yep. The blue words are probably right. They look correct anyway. They'd have to both be wrong otherwise. So one of these 2-word strings is wrong, which could be any of the names, but only one name. One person is out of place here. Or one phrase is wrong. Golden idol, stone pillar, foreign villager, golden idol, stone bridge, or just one instance of a name is wrong. Do I think that Vrylis, Momgo, or Kupluzarno did anything? Do they come up in the story? Let's see, is Xianji just not here? I think Xianji isn't here. But he's just not in this story because it took place in the tunnel. No, there's Xianji. So maybe Xianji disarmed Lavumata and Zubiri Kara took the golden idol? Since he's currently holding her bound? That was the distinction. It was the detail that he's currently holding her held up. So I guess he disarmed her. Which is interesting. It's like, yeah, I guess so. It's just that it made sense that it made sense to me that she was disarmed by Zubiri Kara because he knew the passwords. Like I think he knew how to say the right thing to make it so that she couldn't use the idol for some amount of time. I think he could disarm her verbally. I think that some of the commands could basically do that, but nope. That guy just kind of like just swung in and just physically disarmed her, apparently. The scroll has been fulfilled. No hints. Oh yeah. When Lavumata discovered that Zubiri knew the override code, she quickly went to the tower and instead of giving the self-destruct command, instructed the ancient Lemurian automaton to give the golden idol to her. Which, So she already knew the commands. Zubiri told her how to destroy it, and then she's like, nope. Okay, time to take this into my own hands. And then she stole the golden idol for herself to stop him from destroying it, because he knew the words. Okay. So she actually did know the words all along. Alright, cool. Zuhiri, we want you to replace Mata in the council. and share your knowledge with the village. He is becoming too powerful. Perhaps I should stop him before it is too late? But wait, he can read my mind. He already knows I have these thoughts. I have no choice. I have to act now. He's so delusional about thinking that the mind reading is real that I think he killed him for the golden idol. Well, there we go. We beat the Lemurian vampire all these 2 years later. This was a neat game. And now it's time for me to actually go back and play this and go start playing the sequel now. Let's see here. Let's revisit this thing. Ah! Yeah, he just shoves him off a cliff. So yeah, that prequel led directly to the beginning of this story. He went through all this work to nab the golden idol. And it was like there in the background is probably the island that the other story took place on. He murders him to steal the golden idol, but we always thought it was for greed. But he actually was afraid of how powerful this guy was getting with all his crazy powers on top of thinking his mind reading was real. And since he thought the mind reading was real, he thought that he had to kill him right now before he could respond to the mind reading being real and kill him for thinking about killing him. So this guy's like the dumbest character in the entire Golden Idol story, but he did kill the biggest asshole, or one of the biggest assholes in it also. Anyway, I mean, definitely not the biggest asshole, because so much shit goes down over the course of this saga. Okay, so both DLCs were a two-part prequel to the original story. Now the question is what's going to happen in The Rise of the Golden Idol, because there's now an entire sequel story following up on this, and I guess we'll see where that goes next time. See you later.